Hello, everyone. We are back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day wherever you are. This is Purpose Heart Oluchi. My name is Oluchi Emikekwe. We are back again. We want to talk about so many things, so many things, so many things flying around. Today, first of all, I want to thank everybody for the subscription. It gives me joy. For the likes, follow, shares, for those that send messages on how to improve. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, everybody. Keep watching, keep liking, share, follow us, and subscribe. When you subscribe, remember to click on the notification button. That is very important. So today we want to talk about ladies, and I don't want to say unwanted pregnancy because every pregnancy is wanted. But on both, we will say unwanted because normally we have to get married before we have babies. That is the way we're wired. But when it comes the other way around, you know, we call it unwanted, but no child is unwanted. No pregnancy is unwanted. It's a gift from God. So today I have a guest, but before I introduce my guest, I want us to talk about this topic. I want to say something about, first of all, I want to talk about why do ladies get pregnant before getting married? On posts, they are now tagging them baby mamas. This is the normal email we know before. But now it's now gotten a dictionary name, or I don't want to, social media name baby mama, high class name baby mama. So I want to talk about it today. Today in our midst we have um Jemimah Mbagwu. Mbagwu. Is it
Mbagwu.
Mbagwu?
Yes,
Mbagwu,
Mbagwu.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Jemimah Mbagwu as our guest. She is a beautiful lady, a mom, and an entrepreneur, and everything, a virtuous woman. You're welcome to our show, Jemima.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much, Ma.
Uh,
Thank you.
all right.
I'm honored.
So today we want to say something about so many things we want to talk about, but on a brief note, very brief note. We want to talk about ladies getting pregnant, either to hook a man to try and get them down to marry them, or because I can't personally, I don't see the reason for somebody from the culture we come from, even other cultures, marriage first before having making babies. You understand? But these days, I think it's unquote is like trending. People want to trend with it, or people want to. Did I say trending? No, yeah, trend with it, or people want to run away from the thing from marriage. Yeah, somebody said marriage commitment. Yeah. So today we are talking want to look into why do some people get into such situation. And we want to use Sofia Momodu's case as a case study. Sofia and David case. We saw where it's everywhere on the internet how she got pregnant, how they carried out a DNA test about their child, and how they came back together again, and the denials and all sorts. And now the last bit of it towards David's wedding with Choma, it came out up again. And after the wedding, it was everywhere on the internet, child co-parenting thing with their child. And it was messy, messy because Personally, I don't see the reason why all those things should come up. One, because David is now married and he was not out to marry the Sofia girl. And the co-parenting thing is what it should be. Of everybody knows if they have a child together and they are not married, at the end of the day, they have that child together, but they are not married. They are not in any relationship again, but they have co-parent. Then denying the man the right to co-parent is another thing. That's a different thing we want to talk about another day. But we want to talk about self-worth. Self-worth. Ladies should know their worth, what they are, what that's their things. Ladies should know their things. Because I don't see the reason why a guy would get me pregnant, demanded a DNA, and at the end of the day, I will still go out with the guy. No. He said, no, 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 for me. So we want to hear from our audience, from our guest today. Jemimah. Are you there, Jemimah? Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah. From what you said now, what do you have to say about ladies getting pregnant before marriage? Like the baby mama thing.
Okay. Exactly. The baby mama thing is becoming a trend. It's becoming like a
Mhm.
fad. So personally, growing up, all know how getting pregnant out of wedlock is viewed as. It is seen as something
Email
that's
cooking.
morally, yes, imebuke. It is
Yeah,
something shameful. Something
yeah.
shameful. Every family raised their daughter to be responsible. You dare not even talk about a man until you enter your husband's house. That is when you
Yeah.
are, expected to take in and, start a family, get
Mm-hmm.
pregnant and have your kids under wedlock. Although it is a very sensitive issue because of the society now, people are now
Mm-hmm.
trying to sugarcoat it. But personally, for we that know our moral values, our cultural
Yeah.
norms, it's something that should not be mentioned, something that should not be even encouraged. But because
Mm-hmm.
of the craziness in social media, people are pushing it, baby mama. They put the narrative as something to glamorize, but there is nothing to glamorize about getting
No,
pregnant.
nothing.
So there is nothing to glamorize about it. It is something
Mm-hmm.
shameful as far as I'm concerned. And if I have a daughter tomorrow, I will see the same value in her. There is
Mm-hmm.
no honor in getting pregnant out of wedlock. That
Yeah.
is my view on it. Although
Yeah.
many circumstances can lead to someone getting pregnant out of wedlock, out of which we all know. But there are people
Yeah.
that are seeing it as something that they should do. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a new cultural shift for women.
Yeah.
They call it a power move for women, that they don't need men in raising a family, but we
Yeah.
all know the downside. We all know
Mm-hmm.
what it means, what it
Mm-hmm.
entails, the moral, psychological, emotional toll it
Mm-hmm.
takes on single mothers if they are to confide and tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Young ladies will know that there is nothing to glamorize about it. It is
Yeah.
shameful. It's not
It
something
is.
that every sensible woman with moral value should encourage.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You really nailed it. It is morally, moral aspect of it is zero. There's nothing to talk about. We don't need to say it out. Even those days when somebody gets pregnant out of wedlock, you have to hide. It's not as if it's a taboo. It used to be a taboo, but I believe that when it happens,
Yes,
somebody the family will should encourage, but it should not even happen in the
yes,
first instance.
it should not happen. There are
Yeah,
circumstances, victims of rape,
yeah,
you get unforeseen occurrences, and when there is lack of adequate sexual education for the girls,
mm,
you see them
mm,
making such grave mistakes. That is why it is
yeah,
encouraged for mothers to inculcate in their girls, even boys, train them
yeah,
well, let
mm-hmm.
them give them correct information regarding sexual relations and members of the opposite sex so that they will not make such mistakes when they
Mistakes.
are of age. Exactly.
Mm, mm. Exactly, it's true. Yeah, thank you so much, Gemma. You really nailed it. So, what do you think are the motives for some ladies? Like, using Sophia's case? What do you think is
Okay.
her motive?
Looking at Sofia Momodu, her motive is actually clear. Back in the
Mm,
days, we used to hear about stories of women who got married by pinning pregnancies on the men they desire.
yeah,
They think the child being between them would compel the
yeah,
man to
bond.
settle down with them. And
Mm,
back then it was actually men actually want to save their names. They end up marrying these women they don't love, but
yeah,
because of continuous mistakes of the moment and getting her pregnant, they will be forced to marry her. So they think that same narrative would work for them. When it comes to
mm,
Sophia's case, she actually
mm,
Davido was like the prize. Davido is the son of a very rich man. We all know who Davido
yeah,
is. And
yeah.
that is why, the serial baby mama thing, many women having babies for him, they don't
Want
have
to, you understand?
exactly. Now, it's a gamble, it's a game. In as much as they know they have a lot to lose, but they are taking their chances. They want to see if they will have a chance of getting a ring from Davido,
Yeah,
but it didn't work out. So their motive actually it is not even the desire for motherhood. It is not even the desire for motherhood because
I
it's
know.
one thing for a woman to want to be a mother. She would do anything. All she needs to do is to go to a clinic, do her own IVF if she can afford it, and if she
Yeah,
wants to train the child alone, not really wanting to pin it on a man. But the motive here, she wants to land into the marriage. She
I
wants
believe
to
it. Yeah,
answer the name Adeleke. Exactly. That is
yeah.
her motive because when during the wedding frenzy, that is when she
Mm.
brought up the dirty secrets, dirty past, causing nuisance on social media, which is uncalled for.
And that dirty part got me like looking down on her. Honestly,
Exactly. It's
because you
opposite
can't tell
reaction
me
to
that
one.
a guy that have not fronted you, because from all everything, the guy have never fronted her at all, at all. A guy that demanded DNA test from you, denied the pregnancy, demanded DNA test from you, said it was in one night stand.
Exactly.
Can you go back to the same guy? And the same video is fronting somebody else, changing with her name,
That
taking her everywhere. You understand? So why will you do
that
that again?
alone would that alone shed light on her motives. She actually thought that she could play her game very well. Now,
Mm.
this is where the problem of low self-esteem comes in.
Comes
When a
in.
woman ties her identity to a man, when a woman ties her identity to a man, that this is what happens. She was trying to play dirty, play all the cards on her table with her influence. Now, the sense of wisdom would have come in if she saw and knew how this guy was, displaying another lady to the world and you being at the back. She should have backed out, but she knew what she was
Out.
doing.
Exactly.
It was not the desire for motherhood. She wants to use the pregnancy to trap Davido, get a
Mm-hmm.
commitment, but it didn't work
Yeah.
out. It didn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
when the motives of these women, this is actually the first motive to pin down a man in wedlock, to
Yeah.
get committed to them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm.
Apart from personal
Then.
choices, there are some women that want to be moms, that want to train up children.
Mm.
They can actually decide to get married without get children without getting married. Or when
Mm.
they see that age is no longer on their side,
Just side.
they
Yeah.
want to be more, before menopause. That is another issue. But let's give it 80% of the cases is actually these women trying to get the men to
Pin
commit.
down.
They're
Yeah. Commitment. Yeah.
using babies to get a man to commit. But it actually backfires. It actually backfires because knowledge
Most
has
of
become
them.
abundant.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like
These
this
men,
Davido's own. That like this
exactly. These
Davido's
men,
one.
exactly. These men no longer allow women to use babies to pin them down. They
Yeah.
actually opt for co-parenting. So it doesn't work anymore. The format does no longer work. It worked for our mothers in 1950s or
Those days.
1960s, but no longer
Those
now.
days. Those days. I can
Exactly.
remember those days when somebody gets pregnant, they will carry her.
Shock her to
That
marriage.
back.
Straight
Just
up to
out
marriage.
there.
I can remember cases growing up. I observed many women in our neighborhood back then.
Mm.
The 8 out of 10 got married through those means. It's a format.
Mm.
So
Mm. Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
motive.
but it's not working, and it didn't
It's not
really
working
work
for
out for Sophia.
at
Like
all,
Sophia,
at all.
you didn't really work out for her.
On
Personally, I
all
would have
ends.
said she would have backed out from the one.
That's the cost of wisdom. Back out when you see something is not working for you,
Mm.
rather than creating more nuisance. And
Yeah, pretty
social
much.
media does not. Social
I
media does
think
not forget.
our life and everything revolves around the video. You understand? It was
Let's call it an obsession.
yeah, exactly. And the funny part of it is people praising her. That is where
Thank you.
I know that the moral, people's moral have diminished to the. I don't understand.
The 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 social media is a blessing and also a curse
I'm
in a
telling
way. It's a
you.
double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
In whatever one chooses to do in life, you always have cheerleaders. Now the problem boils down to, after the cheerleading, who will be with you when all the chips are down?
Down.
For every action there are consequences. Now, will they be with you when you start reaping the repercussions and the consequences? All your cheerleaders will disappear. So it's
Exactly.
course of wisdom. For those cheering her on, maybe they are in the same boat. They want to,
Category.
misery loves company. But the main thing
Mm,
is this: you have to do the right thing always. Always do the right thing, so
mm,
you will not be on the side of loss. When you do the
mm.
right thing, you follow the right process, you will never lose, even if it takes time. You eventually arrive
Exactly.
where you want to be. No shortcuts.
Yeah,
So
sure.
that for our cheerleaders, they will always cheer up. They will always cheer up. But when
Mm.
when it comes down to training the little girl alone, none of them will be with her. The
Of which that's
emotional
what it's
distance,
getting to.
the sadness, the psychological aspect, the tears shed at night, none of the cheerleaders will be there with her to shed the tears with her. So that's the truth.
Exactly. 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 Thank you so much. Like you rightly said, eh, those are cheering her up and telling her that go girl, get a house of 100 million a year. Go girl, go. They will not be there to when the chips are down. They will not be there for her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Still open heart with Oluchi. My name is Oluchi Mekiyuki. We're talking about ladies and pregnancy, using pregnancy to tie a man down or pregnancy out of wedlock. We're still talking about it. Thank you guys for liking, for the shares, for subscription. Have a guest. Well, I've introduced her. I was talking about this. I want to ask you again. What do you think is the outcome? What's always the outcome as in majority? Let's say 80% or let's say 50% or 80% of the outcome of such as
The challenges or the outcomes of such
yeah.
decisions,
Mm,
80% of the time it comes with social stigma. You know, when you walk around on, especially in this part of the world, when you
mm,
have such history before you get
yeah.
married, people will always ask questions. Where is she from? She has a child
Yeah.
out of wedlock. Sometimes when they look at you and they say, yes, so she has a baby at home, they will automatically label you a loose person.
Yeah.
They will rate your morals down to zero. The social
Yeah.
stigma is always there. You cannot take anything away from it. No matter how woke the world has gotten now, if you
Yeah.
have such history, stigma will always be there.
With
Then
them.
we'll talk about the financial constraints. Sofia Momodu is very lucky. She's from a rich family. Apart from the rich alimony that, would I say, compensation or child support she'll be getting from
Mm.
Davido, she's
No,
lucky in that.
apart from that, apart from all this you said, apart from we never had anything about her. I think Davido brought her to limelight. You
Exactly,
understand?
exactly. She's
Mm.
related to this Dele Momodu.
Dele Momodu, yeah.
Yeah, she's related. Her child is okay. She can take care of the girl alone if she
Yeah,
wants.
so
But when you talk of other people now that don't have
yeah.
any backing, the
Mm.
financial instability it will cause them, the financial strain, stress, because
Yeah.
bringing up a child alone, the toll it takes financially. That alone is another grave consequence. Then the social stigma is like number one, like that label on
Mm.
your head already, on your forehead,
Yeah.
if you pass. Look at that girl, people always talk. Then someone wants to
Mm.
come and marry. It takes a man with strong mental capacity and someone that
Yeah.
really loves you to actually
Mm.
go ahead no matter what people say. So that
Yeah.
social stigma is the chief consequence of such, chief outcome of such decisions. Now we'll talk about the
Mm.
emotional and psychological. It
Yeah.
takes a toll on single mothers who eventually
Mm.
do not get what they want. Even if they end up pinning the man down, the man will not give them that fulfillment. The man does not love them. The
At
man would
all.
not will not give them that emotional fulfillment. They end up being emotionally, psychologically traumatized. You know,
Mm.
there is no easy way to say this. It's of no use. It's of no use. Social
It's of
stigma,
no.
the emotional and psychological torture, then the
Mm.
financial strain. I've
Mm.
heard some couple of single mothers. I've had one-on-one with them. Those that became single mothers out of circumstances.
Yeah.
It is not an easy ride. It is not a
No, it's
joyride.
not.
It is not. I will not recommend. Will I say recommend or even support,
Advice.
advise any young lady to venture into this path. It is a long road,
Mm.
a very long and
Very long
very
road.
long, difficult road. So
Yeah.
social stigma is the chief outcome of such decisions, followed by
Mm.
the psychological and emotional. Even their mental health is affected.
Affected.
Mental health is
Very.
affected. The person's whole living will be centered around the child that nobody is helping you to raise, and they will look at the
Yeah.
child and remember the third person that does not even care about them. It
Yeah.
is tough.
About. Yeah.
That's
Mm. Mm.
except by the special grace of God, they will actually surmount the challenge, the outcome. But that is it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I say that. So this Sophia is even lucky that the Video family are even putting some people will just forget, ignore you and that child, take care of the child. You understand? But in her case, the family even want to take care of the child. Some people will even reject you and reject the child. You understand? Some family will reject you and reject the child. I've seen cases growing up that somebody got pregnant for their child, for their son. They rejected both. They don't even want to go there. They say they are not interested. And the child was with his mother. You understand? So she is even lucky to have a family that even say, hey, we'll foot this bill, we'll foot that bill. So her bill is
Exactly.
just so
Exactly.
extra. It's
The,
so
the,
extravagant.
another another reason why Sophia is very lucky, like you said, she has a strong support system. People with strong support system can actually surmount this challenge. But when someone has no little or no support system, it will really take a toll on them financially,
Exactly.
psychologically, mentally, and otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah. So, sure. Thank you
So
so much.
we don't want to talk about the co-parenting struggles because co-parenting is another aspect of the consequences because not many people want to co-parent peacefully. We hear
Yeah,
sob stories and sad stories of mothers who leave their babies in the care of the person they are co-parenting with, and the person ends up harming the child.
the
This
child.
is to spite the mother.
Yeah,
This is
yeah. To get rid
this
of the
is
whole scenario.
thank you. It is a whole level that it is. It is a path no young lady should take. They shouldn't. It is not worth it. Co-parenting
No.
struggles is another outcome, another difficult outcome of this decision.
Mm. Yeah. And I think that's what Sophia was afraid of when she said she
Exactly.
wouldn't want because, but where I don't like is reminding them of their past, their child that died.
That is
You
that is
understand?
actually below the belt. I
Yeah,
actually felt it. I actually
yeah, I
felt
felt
it.
it. I
I know
didn't,
that she
I never liked it.
there is no emotions in the courtroom, but
Mm.
that actually is a big disservice to her PR. People now look
Yeah,
at her as a bad person, as in she's
person.
written off. Yes, she's written off
Yeah,
for using the death
yeah,
of a child to use it,
yeah,
she scored her points, but the damage is already done, all because
mm.
of one part sheet.
Yeah, yeah. Apart from that part, she too. I would have said if I am in her shoes, but I wouldn't want to be in her shoes. But if I am in her shoes, I would have moved on long time ago. I wouldn't have anything to do with all this drama that. Because you say that good thing is better than silver and gold. You make the mistake in the first instance. Like we rightly heard that the video was 21 and she was 26. 5 years gap. is a boy that is supposed to be calling you auntie. You understand, sort of, or let's say that pairs, you can match them to be like the same pair, but it's not the same. 5 years is a big gap. And they talk about Nabila, when they do about, it's not, it's 3 years in between, you understand? It's not up to 5 years. So this is a guy you gave up to 5 years. She would have used her number 6 and move on with her life. But like somebody rightly said, she thinks that everything about her life and everything should evolve around the video, which was not forthcoming. And this is where I want ladies to think. Because this open house with Oluchi is about how far we are how far have your relationship with people around you gotten you? Did it make you or mar you? Your relationship with your spouse, your colleagues, your parents, your neighbors, brothers and sisters, people around generally. How far have it gotten you? Did it make you? Did you get it to get goal, aim, your aims and objectives of life, where you want to be in the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years? Did you get you there? You understand? She would have moved on. Davido is not the only man on earth. Like I used to tell people that somebody got pregnant and it was a mistake. Let's say it was a mistake, but this Sophia's one is not a mistake. Because from all indication, from what we heard, she told David at her second trimester. He came to know about her second trimester. That's what we heard. But that is not the case. Now, the case is general thing, you understand? What we're talking about, the general aspect of it. Some people get pregnant, that they wouldn't even have the guts to tell the person that got them pregnant, you understand? Let's talk about those ones behind, and those ones that is not even Sophia. You understand? I believe that when it happens, it's a mistake, first of all, but have to dust your shoes after the mistake. Get on and move on with
And
life. You
move on.
understand? That is what I thought she would have done all this while. But from all these Kere movements, we got to say, nah, Mr. Lily, oh, she won't answer. That is the way I understand it. From all this going around, moving around, she I find out that she was like you rightly said, she wants to be number 002, you understand? But
Exactly.
it's not working out. So anyway, for our young girls out there, what do you want to tell them? For the ladies
Mm.
out there,
Our young ladies, we need to know what is right. We need to make our research. But first of all, they should prioritize their education. They should focus on building themselves, capacity building and development. They have to work on building their skill sets so that they can be independent and not try to tie their lives to a man. That is number one. Because when you're focused and developed, you will not see yourself trying to be desperate to get a man's attention to the
exactly.
extent of trying to get pregnant to prove a point, to prove that you are worth his time and to want to be in his life. Prioritize your
Mm,
education, young ladies. Also, they should refrain from you know, allowing their emotions to get the better of them. We women, we're
mm,
emotional creatures. We are very
mm,
emotional. Most times
mm.
we love to a fault. We allow ourselves to, it is not bad to love someone who hurted you,
Yeah.
but when you love, you think with your head. You look ahead.
Love with your head, dog.
Exactly. Men know, they know this about us and it is a weapon they use. So they know that when they show love to a lady and the lady falls helplessly for them, the lady can do anything, go all the
Yeah,
way. But
yeah,
love with your head. Most of these ladies that got pregnant to pin a man is not their intention
exactly.
at the onset. But when they
Yeah,
get too desperate because they've given themselves, they've entered all in, they will see that
yeah.
as the only,
Awesome.
card they have to play to pin a man down. So they should not allow their emotions to get the better of them. They should use their head, know what they want, define their relationships. For those that are old enough to be in relationships, they should
Yeah.
define their relationship from the start. Every man knows what they want. Men
Define.
are
Oh,
very logical.
this is what I want to hear. This is what
Men are
like
very logical.
did you hear what the CEO said? Define. No, no, I'm not applauding her like that. But define your relationship. That thing
Fine.
got me. Define. Know your worth.
Yes,
Define. That's what you're saying again. Define love.
exactly.
Mm.
Define, draw a line.
A line.
At the start of everything, men know what they want before they approach
Straight.
you. They know what they want. But we ladies, we are open ends. We can
Yeah.
adjust, we can learn on the job, we don't know what
Yeah.
we want. But we are now encouraging young ladies to map out, find that line. What do you want? Where is this headed? If you should give a man time so that you will not sound desperate, you can at least give it 6 months, you know, be in control of the relationship. Women, we have the power
Mhm.
to be in control of the relationship. Ask the
Sure.
man,
Sure.
where is this headed? If a man has good intentions for you, he won't back down from the question. He will tell you, okay,
That's
this is my
wrong.
intention, this is what I want. But when a man does not give you a definite answer, it's a red flag. You have to run. You have to run because when a man tells you, I will marry, I'll marry you, no action, that is a pure red sign. But because of emotions now, they won't ask
Yeah.
needed
Okay.
questions. They will eat shawarma, they will take ice cream, they will themselves. They won't ask necessary questions. All they
Wait.
want is enjoy the moment, and before you know it, they see themselves in precarious situations. Define the
Yeah.
relationship. It is not wrong to be rational. Be rational. That's
Yeah.
what I. Ladies should try to be rational.
And
Number one,
intentional. Like
yes,
Choma.
and intentional. Yeah. Oh,
Like Choma. Do you know I like
beautiful,
that girl?
beautiful.
I am not
Yes,
I'm
she
not
knows what she wants. She knows what
straight.
she wants, and that is
Straight.
why this guy actually wanted to end up. When you know
And
what
the
she
guy
wants,
lovely lover from all
yes,
indication. You can see
exactly.
from the the first song I heard about her was my baby. She said, "Give me assurance,
Assurance,
give my
exactly.
baby assurance. It's a
Wh-
lifetime insurance." Please,
exactly.
please, you understand? You
She
understand? And
had
you said,
she had an
oh,
identity away from
sure,
Davido. She had an identity.
mm,
But when you look at Sophia now, Davido has seen that Sophia is embedded. Her emotions are
yeah,
all over the place. She's obsessed. She wants to get him down by all means. Men don't like that energy. They
no,
hate
no,
it.
no, no.
They don't like it. So when you define the relationship, have your own identity, prioritize your education, build yourself, know what you want,
Yeah,
be rational. That is the only way you can avoid falling into this trap. And then
yes,
the young lady should always remember that every choice they make today will affect the consequences they face
of
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yes,
So when they choose good, they will reap good at the end. But when they
yeah,
choose bad now, at the end now, they will harvest bountiful, harvest of
yeah,
the bad they chose. So it's a one
yeah.
way. There is no two ways about
That's it.
it. That is my own little tip. In as
Yeah,
much as we've made mistakes, we've learned
in the
along the way,
past.
but
That's
being
right.
rational about it, using our head to think, not allowing our emotions to get the better of us. The
That's
only
it.
way we can curb this mess. And also
Mm.
they should employ what is called selective simulation of what they see on social media.
Oh my
Selective
dear.
assimilation. Social media is, like I told you, it's
The,
a double-edged sword.
no,
People are
yeah,
promoting a lot of
yeah,
rubbish online. But when you know
mm,
your cultural values and your norms, try to have your own identity. You know this is what you stand for. There are many
exam.
people, many women that have lost their identity because they are in a relationship. They lose, forget who they are. They don't even
Yeah,
know their left from their right because they are with a man. No, that is the first point of downfall. So I
yeah,
encourage defining your goal when you're in a relationship, having your own identity when you have prioritized your education and built yourself career wise,
yeah.
emotionally, psychologically. In fact,
Uh-huh.
the chief advice is this: ladies should not go into a relationship when they are psychologically, mentally, and emotionally not ready.
Yeah,
They should avoid
exam.
relationships. That's the
Yeah.
only way they can avoid this mistake. But if they are not ready mentally, emotionally, psychologically, they will make this mistake. I think that is my own lesson. I want to
Mm-hmm.
pass it down to others. This is, if you know you're not ready, you cannot handle it. Step away,
Mm.
build yourself first so that you know you're ready before you step in. So that is my own
Oh,
little tip.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You really, really nailed it. Where I want to talk about in that's rational and I added intentional. Be intentional. Be, know your what. Know what you want from this relation. This is what I used to tell people. Someone will say, I'm cruising. What are you cruising about? Yeah, cruising is good, but cruise in the correct
Relationship is
way.
not for cruise.
Oh,
Relationship is not cruise.
yeah, that's cruise,
I
yeah.
actually watched a video. I watched a video today that got me thinking.
Mm,
You know, social media is like it's a blessing because I got to see it from Facebook. Relationship is two words, relation and ship.
see,
Relations, yes, relation is like connection between two
mm-hmm.
people. And now
Yeah,
a relationship can when you enter a relationship and you come out, you will not be the same person you were when you entered. Because
yeah.
when you enter the connection, it will not
Mm.
transport a place, either bring you up or bring you down.
Oh, that is it. You
So
got it.
exactly. So when you enter
Mhm.
a relationship, you either get built up or destroyed or
Yeah.
scattered. You're left
Mm-hmm.
with traumas, with heartache, with lots of injuries, emotionally, physically, psychologically, and all. So
Yeah.
relationship can never be for cruise. That is why they are getting it wrong till today.
Every
When
day.
when people wake up and know that relationship is not cruise, that is when things will start getting.
Oh, thank you
Though
so much.
there are lessons we need to teach our daughters. A lot, but
Yeah.
God will help
Thank
us.
you. Thank you so much, Jemima. It's good having you on this show. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is
I
all
know
mine.
everybody. We're still talking. We talked about this. I hope you will learn from my guest point of view. Be rational and intentional. Don't keep being emotionally beclouded. No, know your know your worth. Know what you want in any relationship. Say it the way it's supposed to be. 1 year, 6 months down the line, what are we doing? Where are we going? It's not a bad thing to be. Ah, it's not. Know your worth. From there, you cannot get into this mess of email booking because I don't know what is baby mama. Which one is baby mama again? They just glorify glamorizing it. Is email booking? Is email booking?
Is Imembuke? It's not
It's
honorable
email
at all.
booking. There's
Imembuke
nothing like the glamour there is not even enticing. It's
at
still
all.
it doesn't still have moral value. The
At
glamour
all.
there. So wear what you want in a relationship, and this is what people have done, which is all about. No, define what you want. Be intentional. It's really getting up to in the next so time. Build the relationship with anybody you want that care to. You understand? Don't be emotionally trapped. Some people are emotionally trapped. Don't be emotionally trapped. Know what you want, get it, and that will be your stepping stone. Thank you, everybody. This is the Open Heart with Oluchi. My name is Oluchi. Keep watching, like, share, subscribe on the subscription button side. Click on the notification button. See our videos. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jemima. I would love to have you some other time soon. We would love to have
The
you some
pleasure
other
is all
time.
mine.
Yeah, thank
The
you so
pleasure is
much
all mine. Thank you very much.
for
Thank you for
all
having
right.
me. Thank
All
you.
right, love. All right. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.